I'm here with Stacy Olson, probably the most busiest person I know. She has ran 2 campaigns along with a full-time job and being a yoga instructor. So today we're going to focus on yoga. Stacy, when did you get into yoga?
It's been about 20 years now.
20 years?
Yes.
So was there just a class you went to one time, or what happened there?
Yeah, I started taking a beginner class in Plano, which is where I lived at the time, and I just fell in love with it the very first class.
What part of yoga really resonated with you?
I would say the breath. I started going to class because I needed to be able to focus my thoughts and get my life a little more calm. And so the very first class that I went to just taught you how to breathe in and out. And after that, I was hooked.
What advantages do you think yoga has had in your life?
Well, it definitely had a calming effect. When I get really stressed out, and like you said, I'm very busy, when there's a lot going on, I know now that I can just stop and take a deep breath in, take a deep breath out. I can work meditation into my daily life. And then sometimes it's nice if I'm really have so much going on. Sometimes it's nice to just get on my mat and do a few postures just to level things out and get me a little more grounded.
So what got you into realizing you wanted to be a yoga instructor?
That happened pretty quickly, actually, after I started practicing, but I didn't actually go through training for several years. I just found that I had a knack for picking up the postures, and I really got into teacher training because I wanted to understand some of the background behind yoga, some of the philosophy, and just get really more in tune with my own practice.
So why should someone get into yoga, in your opinion?
To me, it really is a very personal journey, so I don't ever preach to people that they should practice yoga. The reasons I got into it were very much more mental than most people. A lot of people like to get into it for the physical benefits. Some like it for the spiritual aspect. And so it's really a very personal choice, which again, like I said, I don't like to force anyone into it, but I do like to relay some of the benefits when I see that people maybe have some type of a problem they're trying to deal with, or if I see that they're very busy and I know that I can relate to, hey, here's how I got started in yoga. So I approach it that way.
How has yoga changed your life?
Wow, lots of ways. I think, like I've said, it's gotten me more grounded. When the rat race gets to be too much, I know that I have a place to go, even if it's just inside my own head. It's given me a definite sense of empowerment, especially with teaching, and it's made me feel like I really can inspire people to find their own voice, to find their own power and strength. And so it benefits not only me, but it benefits those around me as well, which makes me really happy.
I know you have a tattoo that is dedicated to yoga at this point.
It's the Om symbol.
It's the Om symbol. Okay,
yes.
Tell me a little bit about that.
So the Om symbol is probably something that you've seen before, but maybe wouldn't recognize. But it basically means all-encompassing. From black to white, from beginning to end, from A to Z, everything in between. It covers all aspects of life in general. And
when did you get that?
I got it right after I finished my teacher training in 2008.
How long did that teacher training take?
It's a 200-hour training, and so it took about 8 months over a series of weekends. And then after that, a couple of years, I followed up with a 300-hour training. So I have my 500-hour certification as a registered yoga instructor.
How did you feel teaching your first class?
Very nervous. My first class was actually while I was in teacher training, and we had to do practice classes. So I had a group of friends that I was skiing with, and I got them all together, and I wrote out my notes. I barely slept the night before because I was so nervous, but it went really well.
And it got easier from there on out.
Yeah, for sure.
Just that first time jitter.
Yeah.
It gets you every time.
It does.
I get that. Thank you so much for joining us today, Stacy, and thank you for giving us a little bit more insight on the yoga world that we see. And thank you guys so much for watching. We'll catch you next time.